start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Right to the air, here is Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Oh, look at the juke. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. In motion, the tight end. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now Montgomery running right. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Line up and kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Goff now to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Goff now looks to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 9 yards that time. First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
The toss out right to Gibbs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Goff now looking to throw. He's got a man here, Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Call. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now it's gone. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Bates' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So back onto the field. Here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's caught on the right side of Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
Throwing is Hurts. And this one complete to Smith.
Hurts pass. Complete to Devontae Smith. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goddard, his tight end, over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are back within a score. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Lions 10.
That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Money up to a whole nother level. Don't know no better. When I got Richard E. Bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit 60 racks on me, camouflage bells. Blue diamonds on me, I'm a blue girl. Twin, don't hustle and grill. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to M, now I got 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. So out now come the Lions. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was take it, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
2 yards.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At their 48-yard line.
To throw is Goff. That's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
That's good.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. Shifts by him at the 25. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming.
Point after.
It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense with Jalen Hurts at the controls, ready for their next possession. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Number 26.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
Man open left side is Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
They've been backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that 1st down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in it. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
Barkley is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
3rd and 4. Now Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. Gets a pickup before it, it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now a 2nd and 6. St. Brown in motion right. Play action. It's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 56 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. But he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it too. before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Hurts, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
So this has been a little like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses have their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. In motion left comes Brown. After the sack on 1st down, Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
First of all, you ain't back long enough. With me, you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is, I got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. The mic, that's the character. Study the good actors. First gonna be the outcome. Let's add up all the factors. You whack, you twisted, the girls are whoa. You broke, kid ain't yours, and everybody know. The old man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother. I never let her go. I'm tired of weeks.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now gone. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 1. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down there on the 35-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the stand. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't much to the end zone the last time out.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. And Gibbs has it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 6. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Over the middle here to Brown. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And an Eagle first down.
Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got him in, it's Brown.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This now a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They're on the 40-yard line. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings. Detroit. It's the Lions in control of the football as we take you back to the action in the third quarter. Goff out to throw. Over the middle, finds Williams. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for the first.
That's good. For the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no comeback whatsoever. Second and 10.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second and 10. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw. Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And a hard-looking run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 102 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. It's gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bates' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll start with the option. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. For a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is getting enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? as a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that, that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
That's complete to the Porter. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Hurts. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
That's good. All right, Eagles, 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. It's Barkley on the counter. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And it's a defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target. And
he's in. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are back within the score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his kick off their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They pitch it out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now it's gone. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, Goff.
Goff's pass. Complete to St. Brown.
from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now what a first down pickup of 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now gone. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.